And hello there, everybody, and welcome to a fine Friday evening, or whatever happens to be in your time zone. I'm Cody. Hello, everybody. Welcome to FaceTuber Friday. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so... yeah, we didn't get to start at the 6 p.m. time, I promise, but I bumped us up to 8, and I should be able to go later tonight, too, so... yay! But also, yeah, welcome on in, everybody. Hold on, let me scroll up here. So, congrats on first Omega. Congrats on second key. Also, hello and have a great lurk anything. And... coldness, yes. We're getting our share of coldness as well. 11 a.m. and the high is a little higher than now. Oh no, it's supposed to tank tonight. That sucks. That is rough. That's the part that I don't really like very much about the winter, is the cold part, and when the temperature decides to dip low enough that it causes vehicle problems, then it's like, if your mustache was curled a bit more, I think that you're an evil mastermind. You know, I wouldn't mind if it did a... I wouldn't mind if it did a curl. But I guess I'd have to train it. I'd have to, like, encourage it to do that. Or use wax. But honestly, I don't want to rely on the wax. Can I just convince the mustache to... can I just convince it to do the curl? Because, I mean, look, my alignment isn't evil or anything like that. But, I mean... having a mustache of that style would be pretty awesome. Then there's a sectoral leader who has, like, no facial hair. His species doesn't grow facial hair, so it just doesn't get facial hair. Maybe that's another reason why everyone thinks he looks forever young. Even though he's, like, what, 12,000 years old over that? He's seen a few thousand-year doors come and go, you know? Alright, so we do have some things on the weather front to talk about. No doubt about that. Parts of southern Ontario getting snow squalls, all that fun stuff. North central part of the US, some of the northern US, they've got some of them have heavy snowfall statements, and others are snowfall or snowstorm related statements. So we got a bit of a mix going on in terms of that. Nothing for severe thunderstorms, unfortunately. I do like my severe thunderstorms, but they're taking a day off today. That's fine. I guess they just need a little bit of a break. Also, oh, well, you look at that. I actually made sure I had to move my entire green screen twice today, and it looks like I actually placed it back where it was supposed to be. So we've got a crystal clear background. I need to get a background for nukes. What the heck? Wow. I go through 4 parts of nukes and I still don't have a background for it, even though I've gotten some great screenshots. What the heck? I also don't have an intro for nukes, but nukes doesn't exactly have like a large soundtrack. So I might just have to borrow something that fits the theme for it. Oh, Omega with that 51 sessions on 100%. That is really difficult to maintain. Also, I did see anything's check-in as well. 5 on 100%, maintaining that 100. It's really difficult to maintain, but my goodness. If you can maintain that, that is quite something. But even if you don't have a percentage on your attendance rate, keep in mind, your sessions attended, you're never going to lose that number. So you could just keep building it up, and you'll be at a really cool number soon enough. Or a really nice number. You know, we're getting closer. I'm always here, even if I'm not always first. Oh! First, second, and third are being tracked right now. However, I don't have the statistics being used anywhere. So right now it's just an invisible value that isn't being displayed. I'm hoping at some point to have 3 tables, perhaps, for how often the top amount of people who got first, the top amount of people who got second, third, stuff like that. You know, get that added to. I'll get that added to like the top 10 table if I add it anywhere. It'd just be a cool little statistic to keep track of. And as with any table, I should also have a placeholders. So if there's less than 10 people, we'll just have like fun placeholders underneath. I think the hug statistic still has a couple placeholders. But, you know, that's something I gotta work on. But life has also been interrupting my ability to work on a lot of stuff, so I can't give any guaranteed timeline on any of this stuff. Additionally, there's other stuff on my task list that is currently lined up with Firebot, because Firebot is about to go through a really big update soon, trademark. They just released the second beta for the next big update, so usually they go through, well, last time they only went through one beta and then released it to the public. This is a pretty big update, so it's probably going to go through a few betas before it gets pushed to public. Well, I mean, technically the public can access the beta, but it's a mainstream. There we go. Mainstream Firebot. There's a lot of updates and a number that I'm looking forward to. The timer, the ability to add a timer, having that built right into Firebot, I'm all for that. I like that very much. It should be a lot less buggy than the current countdown I'm using. I liked the first countdown, the very first countdown I implemented. That one's my favorite one. However, that one, it was terribly inefficient. And it was just not a good idea to keep using it. However, it supported up to 3 timers at the same time. And I could edit them while they're counting down. Like, there was a lot of fun things I could do with that timer system. But it was running on old logic, and it was not very efficient at all. Setting a timer for every 1 second for 3 different things, it just puts a lot of workload on Firebot. A lot of unnecessary workload. Better ways to do it. And now there's a better way that'll be built in the future. Also, switch statements. I think I can replace some of my conditional branches with like 10 to 20 else ifs. Because if they're all leaning on the same variable, I could just put on a switch. And then I'll just go out one of them. Or maybe that does ultimately behave the exact same way as a conditional branch. Switches are usually it's one variable, several different values. That's usually a circumstance you put switch statements in. Mind you, I might not be explaining it well enough for like anyone who's not familiar with switch statements. Basically, it's like 1 point, and that's your common variable. And then from that point, you've got like this outcome, this outcome, this outcome, this outcome. It splits into a whole bunch of different outcomes. And whatever this value is up here, it'll go to like whichever value matches. Also, most of the time, you don't have to insert them, but I recommend inserting them when you're doing cases. There's a default at the very bottom. If none of these are met, this runs. So it's very similar to else if, really, because else if at the very bottom you have an otherwise, which you just say else. It's down at the bottom. It's if none of the above conditions are met. It works sort of like that. ECL, welcome on in. A real live Cody indeed. That is our Friday tradition. FaceTuber Friday. Which I've been way more consistent with this season than I have been... well, I mean, last season was the first season we were even introducing the FaceTuber stuff. So far, things are interesting. There's been a lot of life events trying to interfere with that. And then we also had a family event, which I felt it was going to go like part way down into stream time there. So I had to offset us to 8 so I could make room for that. But like earlier today, oh my goodness, it was chaotic, just annoying. But yeah, that's all over with. Now we're ready to bravely, we're ready to default, but we're also ready to weather talk. We're gonna switch to bravely default. That is not the button that changes my monitor. There's the button. Oh hey, Twitch says the connection's excellent. Well, I wonder how long that'll last. Now I can't show you the home menu yet. Oh, my controller took a nap. Sleepy, sleepy. Sleepy, sleepy bedtime. Okay. Gonna get the software started. I'm going to press the button that changes our category. That can go over there. Also, let me just dismiss the event here. I think that's a good screen to leave us on. Let me make sure that I'm not getting like 2 channels of capture directed at my ears. And we're gonna get started. Sorry, we're gonna synchronize with the network. Then we're gonna get started. We're online. Yay! Oh, I can't go this way. Oh, did we? Hold on, let's get into a few encounters here. We have not. Okay. Silver Wolf. Okay. Examine the Silver Wolf. Try to pet the Silver Wolf. Then the Silver Wolf tries to bite you, and then you just flee because you don't want anything to do with that Silver Wolf. It's not in a good mood. I read that as throat tantrum. Oh my goodness. Alright, goodbye, Silver Wolves. Your fur coat does not look silver-like. I don't know why you're called Silver Wolves. Wow, exact same group. Amazing. We're gonna leave. Or in thousands of doors. I believe the ability to flee is called Escape, and the description is avoid the game. It's amazing. Ah, Duchy Mage, Duchy card. So we're gonna need 2 tattles. Examine them. What nice armor you have. And then, goodbye. Again, if you're playing through this for the first time, just fight him. You're probably not going to have the flee. And also, if you use this tactic all the time, you're going to be under-leveled by the time you get into the next fight. And the next fight's going to suck. That is not the option I wanted. There we go. Oh, we should change our classes, shouldn't we? Let's finally change our jobs. We got 2 mastered jobs. But we get so many more jobs that we can master. Hold on. What's Agnes's ability right now? Okay, if I make her secondary red mage. However, she will not be able to use Meteor anymore if we do that. And Meteor's pretty fun. And we could change her to Arcanist, which is nothing like the Final Fantasy XIV Arcanist. Do not be mistaken. This Arcanist. Well, it's the job that we got from Victoria when we defeated her. The ability you get right out of the gate is Corpse has a 75% chance to place one target into the doom state. No, it does not work on bosses. That'd be ridiculous, wouldn't it? Ability I never use. This is super useful when you have ailments on all of your enemies. Notice the word in here. Deal a tremendous amount of dark damage to all allies and enemies who are in the poison state. Make sure you don't have anybody on your side in the poison state when you use this. You want to make sure it's enemies that have that. Recover HP equal to 25% of the damage taken from a magic attack. Obviously, you can't recover HP if the amount of damage you take results in a KO. And this one is like Exterminate, except it applies to the sleep state. Again, allies and enemies. This will not work on certain enemies, such as bosses. Why does this one not specify that, but this one does? Oh, this one's instantly slay, that's why. Certain enemies such as bosses. Keep in mind, also, any enemy that is immune to death cannot be affected by this. But I think there's only like two enemies in this entire game that are not flagged as bosses that are immune to the death status. I think the Archdemon is actually one of them. Lower the MP cost of black magic by 25%. Pretty useful. Might want to level up your Arcanist so that you can apply this ability to your Black Mage. Sacrifice a quarter of your HP to raise your magic attack by 50% for 3 turns. This, combined with Dark Knight, which we get later, which we would get later if you're playing through this for the first time, pretty good, actually. Because Dark Knight's, like... Dark Knight works like it does in a lot of other games that have a similar class. In that you're using your HP, or you're missing HP, to deal more damage. And then I gotta scroll down to see more of these. And then I gotta press the wrong button, so I have to, okay, anyway. Raise the damage of magic attacks to 1.5 times the normal when your last digit of your current MP is 0. Actually pretty useful if you have a lot of moves that require a factor of 10, because then you can just keep it at 0. Unfortunately, going off my head here, of all the black magics, I don't think there is one that isn't even 0. 45, 15, 6 or 8, some, I don't know, some odd. Yeah. There are factors of 5, so like every 2 times you'll have a 0 at the end. Convergence increases the damage of magic that can only be group cast to 1.5 times the normal by narrowing its focus to a single target. So, what moves am I thinking of? Actually, isn't Meteor always entire party? Even though it's random on who it hits? I wonder. There's other ways to make Meteor hit for 9,999 damage, though, so... Honestly, Convergence... It's only useful for a few things. Unleash a dark-based magic attack on all enemies and allies and enemies with -1 BP or less. Alright. Ah, there you go. Raises chances of a status ailment. There you go. All allies and enemies 1 BP or more. This is terrible to use on your party if you use tactics like mine, where we store a lot of turns. So for me, this is useless. Not using it. We damaging my own party. We got ads about to roll pretty soon here. Ads incoming. MP cost of black magic doubles. This is just a stronger version of ability further up, and honestly, I'd never use it. High dark damage to all enemies. That's a lot of MP required. Look at that MP. Use this move. You know what? If you level up Swordmaster enough to get free lunch, use free lunch and then use this. You're saving yourself 176 MP. That's a heavy cost. Anyway, I think Arcanist will be like the next one here. Yeah, you get that hairstyle. I'm gonna keep group cast all, even though it's not. Well, for the black and white magic, there we go. For the red mage ability. Ow, something is hanging. How does a cord manage to get? Anyway. Okay, so that's one job switched over. Now we got Idea. Oh, now we got a weather update because our ads are now rolling. May as well keep menuing while the ads are rolling, right? Alright, so we got... So, how cold is it here? Well... minus 11.8 degrees Celsius, 10.8 Fahrenheit. Dew point of minus 14.1, 6.6 Fahrenheit. It's not quite close to the dew point. Winds are at 3, gusting 6 kilometers an hour, 2 miles per hour, gusting 4 miles per hour. And there you have it. Apparently there's no feels like, the wind's not quite high enough. Understandable. I sort of like keeping Spiritism. Also, while the iron is hot is actually a really good ability. Honestly. But what job are we changing India to? Yes. Yes. Ninja is fun. Oop. The ability I'm looking at is not there, though. I think it's... Oh, yep. I think it's that one. There you go. This move. I love setting up... If you have a character that is a ninja, or, like, a sword... Oh, my goodness. A sword master. If you have a sword master in your party, you could use this ability... and force single target attacks to go towards the Swordmaster and set up some nasty counters. It is a really good way for retaliation damage. Keep in mind it's only for the turn you use this. So once your Swordmaster's set up, then go ahead, use this. Have fun. Honestly, not a bad one at all. Now, equipments. Because all of our proficiencies are going to be different now. Daggers. Honestly, daggers looking a little weak there. I mean, look at that evasion. That evasion's pretty cool. But that, I don't know. No, it's slightly weaker. Also, I sort of like having what's equipped with Idea right now. Wait, what? Oh, I know why. I keep this sword equipped because it nullifies lightning. So it makes Idea immune to a element. As you can see here. And yeah, you lose that if you switch. Oh, I have 2 of these. But why equip 2 of them? You only need 1 to become immune to the element. Oh, it improves everything a lot. The problem I have with daggers, though, is the special associated with daggers requires you to use items. I barely use items at all. And, of course, ribbon. I'm never taking ribbon off. However, Idea with armor as a ninja, not really that effective. So we're just going to... I have another brave suit? When the heck did I get another brave suit? Oh my goodness, it's Jazz. Welcome on in. Good to see you. I hope you're having a lovely time zone so far. We're doing menuing. Oh, now the ads are over, so now I can actually stop menuing. There are a couple of individuals I need to use that for, though. Oh. You're not very good with shields here. But this nullifies water and fire. Maybe I'll change to this one. Its stats are lower, but it nullifies more elements. I don't know. Maybe we'll just dual wield. Just played The Hunt Begins and had a blast? Oh, heck yes! Earlier today, I was playing... Secret game. Secret. I'll mention it tomorrow. I had a lot of fun. Oh my friggin' goodness. Lots of surprises. Lots of surprises. I don't think I've had such a pleasant surprise in a while. That was fun. I'll talk more about it tomorrow. Okay. Oh, you see this 1 to 2 here? If you ab-link with a friend, so if you've got more than one person who plays the Bravely Default as well, more than one person has Bravely Default Remastered. By the way, don't get the physical copy. It's pointless. The physical copy does not contain the game at all. It just allows you to download the game from the shop. And you still need to have the fake game card inserted into your system in order to use the game. So, it's really pointless. Just get it digitally. At least it's not full first-party price. I think it's like $50 or something like that. Gotta remember to actually watch the Firebot videos so if I don't understand something, I can ask you questions. I wonder how many of those videos are going to be accurate after this next major Firebot update. It's in beta stage 2 now, so... Usually, big updates go through 2 to 3 betas before they get released to the main version. So, we'll see. Oh, you know, one of the things they fixed with this new version of Firebot? You know how community gift events will sometimes result in a flood of individual sub-messages? They've addressed that. They've made it much more reliable from what I'm seeing here. Maybe there's a small chance it still messes up. We'll see, because I know nothing of Firebot. Yeah, I'm really glad that's been addressed. Tried to make a command on how to manually add a win. to someone's ghost guessing number for an hour? I don't think I fully understand that one. Manually add a win to someone's ghost guessing number. Add a win value for 1 hour? Huh. If you want to keep track of any individual stats, I recommend the set user metadata and using the math function to increase it by 1 and such. And then if you ever need to, like, reset it... Okay, well, things get a little more complicated if you need to reset something at the end. But I'm trying to up a counter on a user. Oh, on user metadata. Okay, yeah, I understand now. Let me see if I can get that to show here. Move over to this monitor. And... what the heck should I use as an example here? Oh! First, second, third. I need to go into a conditional effect in order to show this. And then I just need to... where's my display capture? There it is. Yay, it didn't swap monitors on me! It's a miracle. Sometimes that happens. Okay, ignore the first one. Set user metadata. You go set user metadata. If you're trying to manually add it using a command, instead of username, you want to use target. $target. For this one, it's username because the user is the one who redeems first, second, third. And then whatever your metadata key is called, and then you go math. And within math, you go user metadata. Yeah, target, exactly. The target is what you'd use if you're using a command to do it, like, at this person. So instead of username, target, and then you go user metadata. Instead of $username, you go $target. Whatever your metadata name is. And then outside of this function, after this square bracket, you're still in the math function. Then you add +1 and square bracket. So it's sort of a syntax. It's a value inside a value to ultimately equal another value. And you want to target the key you're already using. That's how you get it to work. Thankfully, this one is not, like, too complicated once you know what the format is. It's not as complicated as some of the other ridiculous things. My goodness. Oh yeah, this is how first works. So I have a little places claimed, and that just tells me which branch to run. So first, it's going to go down here. After first is claimed, it's gonna go down to here because this value will be set to 1. Oh, you're using a JSON function? Oh, okay. I mean, that is a way to do it. When checking for if a user exists, there actually is a... hold on. Viewer. There we go. There actually is a user exists, and then you put $target in here. When you put it in a conditional, you're checking if it's true, and then in the otherwise, which implies that it returned as false, well, that would be the message you display for, hey, this target does not exist. How does use user exists? User exists can be a little weird, though. More so if they're not in the Firebot database, it can behave a little oddly. Thankfully, I can ask Cody questions when I start getting into the nitty-gritty. I like to set things up to start in the next 2 weeks or so. Oh yeah, folks. Jazz is considering streaming, so I'm just gonna get that shout out now ahead of time. Because yeah, shout out for Tush too. Joke's on you, Sectoral Captain. I have configured the shadow command to ignore you. Where's the shout out banner? Okay, well, some of the shout out worked. And some of it didn't. Interesting. Had to archive it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, shoutouts to Tush, but also shoutouts to Jazz. Everybody give Jazz a follow. That way you'll know when Jazz begins streaming, which will give you that heads up. Most of the time. Sometimes Twitch's notices really suck. Or sometimes they sneak in while you're doing something and you don't notice them and they're gone by the time you're looking over there. Wow, Sectoral Captain. Okay, then. Jeez. Yep. Explosives are a lot of fun. Oh, also my scrolling's broken. Yeah, hold on. I don't need to keep the display on now. We can go back to here. Huh. Aries actually showing emotion in this menu. Well, grown so powerful. Thanks, Harry. Your compliment actually seems genuine this time. Just got done playing a new Ghost game. Oh, heck yes! Ghost game! Oh, hold on. Let me move this over here, too. That way, my eyes are, like, closer to facing the camera, you know? Make it look like I'm actually looking at chat and not just, like... for Cody to be head mod. Oh, my goodness. Yes, Which said they were supposed to do that in November here. And it's almost the end of November, so... I mean, Twitch, look, if you can't get it rolled out by the end of November, just let us know, like, hey, we're running into some issues here. Well, it'll probably be a little longer, you know? Something like that. I wish Twitch would just be, like, straightforward with that. I know some companies really, really don't like being, like, incorrect with their timings and stuff. Some companies refuse to even, like, announce a actual date for something until they're absolutely certain. Also, they don't want to rush their development team. But Twitch doesn't even test any of their stuff, so, like, what's the rush there? Oh my goodness. The function was set to check if that the name exists in a list of winners first before adding. Oh. So you are... Okay, it would be a JSON function then if you're checking... If you're stored it in an array, then yeah, that is a JSON function. That makes sense then. But yeah, head mods is supposed to be a thing by the end of... By the end of this month. But there's only like 2 more days left in this month. So, but we'll see. Me for head mod. Oh my goodness. And all of us do our own things when it comes to mod. Always go for the mod team. I think the big thing is I love hanging out with the Lagoon. That is probably why my hyper focus has lined up with modding for the Lagoon, because it's just such a fun place to hang out. It's one of the first Twitch communities where I was actually able to, like, not be shy and actually talk. So many... before that, there was no Twitch chat aside from one of my friends in the circle where I'd actually talk in. Twitch promotion. Twitch promotion? Well, I mean, sure, okay. But yeah, stored in array, that makes sense why you're using the Jason there. In fact, if you put an array into your custom variables, Firebolt will actually automatically change it into a JSON function, which makes sense. Jason. Tush modded and Tush promotion. Oh my goodness. Oh, Tush modding. I don't know. I don't know if I'm up to the. I don't know if I'm up to that task. Ask Krista. Oh, you didn't write. Oh, so it was a setup. Firebolt setups are pretty cool, actually. That's how I got the. Well, that's how I began the butt spot-like function, except it didn't have enough options, so I actually went in and modified it and added a few more options myself. So it's a place to hang out. And I love that it's my online home other than my wife's. Oh, heck yes. For sure. Just making jokes of being missed most of the night. So I think I'd be the Tush Mud. Oh my goodness. Did I acknowledge that 3-stream streak that says 14 minutes ago? Did I acknowledge that? Probably not. Main reason, it doesn't appear on Firebot yet because Twitch still hasn't put streaks onto their API. Because apparently when Twitch releases new features, I guess they just don't put them in the API anymore. They don't care about developers or authorized bots or anything like that, I guess. Got distracted. Saknika is a wipe now too. Saknika's pretty awesome. So what was I just talking? Right. So you see that 1 to 2 ninja? If you've got other friends who play Bravely Default as well, Bravely Default Remastered in this case, and they have a job level that's higher than yours, if you ab link with them, which is this option, then you can borrow their level. You get access to abilities that are further up. So if you ab link with me and you happen to be on a friends list, although I'm a little more stingy with my Switch friends list because it does have a limit. Well, then that level 10 Spell Fencer there, although I might have a level 14 Spell Fencer actually, it goes by highest level out of your party. If it is level 10 though, that means if you ab link with my character, then your the character you've ab linked with, whichever character you choose here, they gain access to level 10 abilities as well. It's pretty cool. Gave me the Steam key for The Hunt Begins. And who I was playing with. Oh my goodness. That must have been such a fun time. I was sitting here the other day, I was like, I wonder if I could make Serpent Eating the Ground as a raid message. Cody would call me out immediately if he ever comes. Wait, Serpent Eating the Ground. I know what it means. We're nowhere near there yet, but oh my goodness. You guys, when we hit the finale on this, that music is freaking good. That's virtually in front of her husband. Oh my god! Oh dear goodness! Oh my goodness! Ah, here we go. Yeah, the ab links. Grista. That's right. Ab link with Grista. Grista's not very far in the game, though. If you could look over here, you get a summary of what jobs do they have and what level does it imply. So she's a level 6 freelancer, whereas Anya's is only currently at 2. So Anya's freelancer ability gets bumped up to 6. Same thing with Knight, except for up to level 5. And then a lot of these other ones, you notice there's no change. Krista's not that far in the game. This is why I'll be 18 plus. Fair enough. I do my best not to focus too much on 18 plus stuff, just because technically my streams by default, they're just whatever. There's no real, well, aside from Twitch's age restriction, 13 plus, even if not specified, that's Twitch TOS. And then if I do have any 18 plus streams, it will say 18 plus in the title. Also, if it's an 18 plus stream, there's a few extra redeems that show up. So there's also that. Those only show up if I have a stream flagged as 18 plus, though. Fun times. Honestly, the majority of the audience I get here does usually wind up being 18 plus. Oh, there's a few people who are an 18 plus, but they're actually, honestly, pretty cool so far. I haven't encountered any real issues. I think the only people I've had to ban that are not the bots is people begging for followers and stuff. You know, no self-promotion, otherwise get yeeted, you know? Just stuff like that. And usually, you find out whether they're one of those people pretty early. I should like to nibble multiple statues. Oh, dear goodness. One particular reason, yep. 12 and under illegal on Twitch. Yep. Not allowed regardless. Once you're 13 and up, then give Twitch a try. Honestly, don't bother with Twitch until you're 16. Enjoy life, all right? Enjoy your life while you're young. Once you start getting older and all that, but yeah. Follow for follow can get, yeah. No follow for follow at all. Don't do none of that stuff. Everybody, when you follow, I love the follow with meaning. Twitch wasn't even a thing when I was 16. Actually, I don't even think Twitch existed when I was at that age. I think I actually first joined Twitch in 2015. So back when Twitch was actually Twitch. Not owned by Amazon. But I barely used that at all. I didn't really touch it. Follow you if you follow me. I'm already following Booty Mage. I'm old. Anyone says otherwise is younger than me. It started in 2011 and signed up for it in 2020. Yep, that's as old as Twitch plays Pokemon. Oh my goodness, it's been so long. And even, like I said, even then, I didn't really touch Twitch much in 2015. Not at all. I don't even think I was following anyone for quite some time when I first started in Twitch, because I barely used it. Can't really discover channels if you barely use it, right? Back in our day, we were forced to play outdoors until the streetlights came on. Oh, I remember some of my younger days. Living at the edge of a city. Actually at the edge of a city. We're less than 1 block away from a farmer's field. And That farmer's field was to the west. So, if we had any thunderstorms on approach, we could see them a few hours before they actually arrive. It was really, really cool. I love it. I've happened to go back to that neighborhood before in the past, and it's definitely not the same. But first of all, the edge of the city is not there anymore. They've got their ugly cookie cutter houses now that have spread out, so it's like, nah. Back in the old day, there weren't affiliates. Oh my goodness, yeah. Back in my day, there were only 2 buttons on our controllers. I mean, you know, in a way, Kirby Air Ride is like 2 buttons. 2 buttons and a joystick, right? I miss the Kirby Air Ride days. But, you know, we had fun while the demo weekends were out, so, you know, we had our fun. Maybe one of these days I'll finally have the finances for Kirby Air Ride. And Metroid Prime 4. Because both of those are on my list. And by the time I'm finally able to afford one of them, Tomodachi Life will probably be out, the next Tomodachi Life. So, oh my goodness, new full challenge, he only gets 2 buttons. Other than... That might actually be a good one. Other than WASD. Oh my goodness. So yeah, Sidewinder was one there too. Oh, it was fun. So yeah, that's how ab links work with the levels and all that. And also you can send each other moves. That's another really cool thing with the Bravely series. Oh, make him choose he gets which one. Ah. Choose your buttons. I didn't touch Twitch until around 2023. I didn't start streaming until 2021. It took all the way until 2021-ish. I think that was when we did an official season 1. 2015, I think it was... I think that might have been one of the reasons why I was on Twitch. Is I was just testing stuff, but like... Oh, you won't ever be able to see any of those streams because I didn't archive streams back then. Storage wasn't that cheap back then. Storage is affordable now, but... Oh, not back in 2015. Well, okay, HDD storage was becoming cheap, but, like... 2015. My account was made in 2017, but after I didn't do shit. I didn't really do much after 2015. Like I say, it was just like a stream or 2 to figure out how the heck this... how the heck does this contraption work? And then... nothing for a while. And then I think in 2020 I also did like a random stream or 2, but it wasn't like until 2021 when I actually decided, you know what, I'm gonna try to do a schedule and stuff. And then I don't think it was until 2023 when things began to get like busier. And I think 2023 was when I hit affiliate too. I'd have to check my Twitch page for that. It'd be like settings, channel. Oh, the channel page is blank. Thanks, Twitch. I love it when Twitch does that. Refresh. September 23rd, 2023, according to Twitch. Which is pretty close to the Sector Leader's birthday, which is why I usually clump the 2 events into one event. So, yeah. My goodness. I didn't think I'd get this far with streaming. I'm not even in like big streamer numbers, but it's like this is still further than I thought I'd get when I first started. But also, I ran off with the mentality of, well, I'm not too worried about numbers. I just, you know, want to chill out. And if anybody else wants to chill out, they can chill out too. Just very laid-back approach. You can't really see Krista's power, can you? My head's in the way. Loves me, apparently. Oh. She has a healing power of 1161. I'm playing games either way. Exactly. That's also why I have my viewer count completely shut off. Well, that and the viewer count is broken over 50% of the time anyway, so it's like, whatever. I'm streaming. Could be streaming to 1, I could be streaming to 100. I'm still playing the game. I'm still having a good time. That's Ares' feet. That's Ares' knees. That's Ares' wings right there. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. You know, if Ares wasn't such like a large scale in this menu, it'd be like, fairy on my shoulder. Oh, wait. Could be like, fairy standing on my shoulder. There we go. Ares looks so much happier on this on this screen. She was so whiny and childish previously, but it's like, you know, like she actually seems happy and maybe even a little like proud of our party here. So it's like, okay, cool. Made the account April 3rd, 2017 and followed you on April 25th, 2024. 22 days after account's birthday. Yeah, same month. Right on. Wait, how old is my account officially? I have not chat in my own chat, so it's a little hard to check. Oh my goodness, it's December 21st, 2015. So it was 2015, but it was pretty late in 2015. Still, quite some time ago. At least I don't really have to worry about my name being taken. My name, when I use the full form of my name, there's no dots. If you see a dot, it's probably a Discord scammer trying to pretend pretend. There's no dot. No dots. I am not a dots ghost. He just now realized I could turn view count off in Firebot. Yep. Yeah, you can remove that going right down the settings there. In fact, I think it's in the first thing you see when you click on settings. You just gotta scroll down to see it. And yeah, I just uncheck it because it's buggy. Oh, wait, what? Hold on. Why is this a thing? Oh my, she's even happier. Look at this. She's looking to the sky. Very, very happy. The Dallas area getting hail? Let's see. I have a feeling the system might weaken, but because it is overperforming a little. Some of Dallas might be getting hail. There's still a bit of a hail core, and I do see it going over Dallas right now. Also, there's a storm east of Dallas right now, and that has a decent hail core. It's got an interesting shape to it too, but I do not see any rotation in that, so I don't think that's actually going to be like tornadic in the slightest. And the one going over Dallas with the hail core, not even the slightest sign of any tornadic activity. It might miss. It's not stretching for the entire area, so it might be a hit and miss. Ooh. Oh wait, that's not a major airport, is it? Dallas Love Field. Krista has an airport in Dallas? I didn't know Krista was down in Dallas. It's actually like they're actually separate words. It's not Love Field. It's Love Field. Love space field. Krista's a pilot now. You know, I don't think I've had Krista as a pilot in any of my timelines that involved her. She has been able to be like at the she has been able to be at like the navigation segment of a battleship, but she was never authorized to like operate it because she doesn't have the qualifications. If it's going directly over Dallas now. It's missing me. Yeah, it's missing you then. It's missing you. Why is this a thing? Woo, 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 woo. See, now she's extra happy. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look, just so darn happy. Okay, anyway, I don't know why that's a thing, but that's a thing. It took us forever to proceed. This is a walk-in cutscene. Wee-woo. What did I just walk back in on? What tush I walk back tush. Well, it had nothing to do with tush. This is a thing, apparently. Why is it a thing? I don't know. I don't think that was a thing in the 3DS version.
Hail, Nessian children of man.
Who's there?
A petulant daughter's act of rebellion against the father who neglected her.
Some programmer had some extra time. Yeah, I guess so. I'm an adult. I'm grown.
What?
The naive Vestal sense of justice as dictated by others, unquestioned as it is unflinching. An orphaned existence, ignorant of himself and alone in this world. Has playing as the trusty friend filled your hollow soul, boy?
Show yourself!
Not but children, all of you.
What?
I am done here. I leave the rest to you, Alternus Dim.
What a cheater.
Cooperation is much appreciated.
Cooperation? No. It is simply a matter of friendly concern. My interest lies in the Templars, the Grand Marshal's daughter. You may cast the remaining 3 into the dungeon, if you so wish.
Yes, my lord.
The 2 newest members of the Council of 6 have perished at the hands of the Vestal. 'Tis such a pity. I never had the chance to meet them.
Yeah, well, one of them was sort of out of control, and the other one was, it's complicated.
So Victor and Victoria have met their end?
Yes, Lord Marshal.
The tragic end to tragic lives.
Indeed. but the Vestal and her fellow conspirators have been captured.
Though the toll was heavy, we have them at last. Well done, Altonus. Well done.
No, this was not my doing. It was his.
I see.
There was one more matter, Lord Marshal. Your daughter, Edea, is in her room.
And?
I simply thought you'd wish to know.
Is this my room? Where is everybody?
What the heck? Why does RNG keep choosing explosive? Come on, RNG, get more well, I mean, you know, explosives are entertaining too. Ah, it's thunderstorm time. 1 hour of silence with occasional thunder. Oh yeah, can I find... Sleepy Sleepy. I thought there were some hidden things here. Okay, maybe not.
No, leave us. I simply wish to speak with my daughter. Now
Banked
go.
by thunder.
Father.
We knew this would happen eventually.
You never learned to knock first, no matter how many times I asked.
It seems like ages.
What have you done with my friends? Where have you taken them?
Your fellow conspirators are held in the dungeon.
Okay, we didn't need that kind of dramatic effect, my goodness.
The dungeon? I'd feared that. So they yet live?
As for the Wind Vestal,
Agnes, what will you do with her? You'll bring ruin upon Eternia if you harm a hair on her head.
you speak of ruin. It is you and your conspirators who nearly brought ruin upon this land. Crystalism is a cult, a tool for deceiving the masses. We can trust them with the crystals no longer. The Wind Vestal shall never again see the light of day. And should she persist with her uncooperative attitude,
Then it's as I feared. You'll have her executed, though she was merely caught in a web spun of your selfish ideals.
selfish, you say?
Well, they are, aren't they? You send big men to chase down and capture one little girl. You wage war far and wide. You ravage nature. You bring suffering upon innocence. Are those your ideals, Father? What is it you're trying to do? I don't understand. I just don't understand.
I did not raise you to be such a shallow little fool.
Father, why do you say such things?
The Earth Crystal is now the last of the crystals here upon Luxendark to retain its normal state. All who seek to awaken the crystal, whether the Vestal or my own flesh and blood, shall face the wrath of my blade! You shall remain here whilst you regain your senses.
And just how long am I to be your prisoner?
Until you realize the error of your ways!
Again with the issues with the awakening of the crystal. This is like this is a consistency.
My daughter poses a graver threat than you might think.
It's as I feared. Father does not understand.
Lord DeRosso, Your Grace, what brings you here? It has been 15 years since you last ventured forth.
15, you say? It brings me joy to see what a fine Grand Marshal you have become. For an immortal such as I, 15 years seems but a fleeting moment in time.
The sectoral leaders also may as well be immortal too. Like, well, over 12,000
Do
years
you
old.
recall that day? It was dreadfully cold by your reckoning.
Yep.
Though just the sort of weather in which
Vampire.
I delight. Upon ceding the head counselor's seat to you, I retired to my castle and partook of a goblet of steaming wine. And now 15 years have passed since you rid yourself of me by naming me Archduke. But I ask you, are you content? You seized the Earth Crystal and laid waste to the places sacred to the Orthodoxy. And you brought the crystals under the dominion of man, exploiting them to build your ideal society. All great deeds we failed to accomplish. You should be proud.
I did it not for pride.
I would have you accept my words as true, for there is no veiled reproach therein. Indeed, you have acted most valiantly, unlike we who have long done naught but watch from the shadows. And yet, you have been too hasty, brave the Templar. I fear I do not share your urgency, for my life has spanned 2,400 years.
That's longer than our current calendar.
But I understand the reasoning therein, and it is from such understanding that I say you have been too hasty.
He's been around since 400 before comedy. Or as I like to call before the 2000 thing, I just use a negative number. For instance, if we go strictly by Earth years, the sector leader would have been around since the year -8. But that's if we're going by our time, the speed of our time. The sectoral leader's in an area of which time travels faster, so he ages faster. Not that there's a limit to his age, or there doesn't seem to be.
Though 15 years have passed, you have changed not one bit. However, if I might respond,
Father just doesn't understand. Right. All ready. It's quite a way to the dungeon, but I'll manage.
Yep.
Forgive me, Lord Marshal. Is Edea here with you?
no, she is not. She was supposed to be confined to her chambers.
Yes, Lord Marshal, she was. But she suddenly disappeared.
What's this? We're not the sentries vigilant?
They claim never to have stepped from their post. Her chamber door was never opened.
Then how could she have?
Her father's daughter, indeed. She acts from the same sentiments. Those sentiments that you once held for the Crystal Orthodoxy.
How could you know that? Have you not been away from this land these 15 years?
Was it not you who drove me to exile? Well, be that as it may. But to one such as I, you and your daughter are one and the same. Passionate, stubborn, not even 100 years old.
Of course, yeah.
So it is I can understand what both father and daughter are thinking, simply by watching. You ought try speaking with her, and listening too. Your time for such opportunities grows short. Crystalism, anti-crystalism. The quarrel between you and your daughter is but a proxy for that clash of ideas. Open your heart before it is too late. The very future of this world hangs in the balance.
You truly have not changed, have you?
Is that so? Well, you must forgive me. But lest you forget, it was you who appointed me Archduke.
I know the dungeon key is around here somewhere.
Yes, indeed.
Found it! Now to free everyone.
Or birds in a cage. All right. Agnes, Idia, bring a bell. Are you all right? Fit as a fiddle. I am unharmed as well.
Rude? What's the big idea? Leaving me out.
Sorry. Wait, Idia isn't here. What? Where is she then? Think about it. This is her home. She has friends here, family. Right about now, she...
You still think this is all a trap?
He is not the sort of person to commit such deception. I will not believe it. Well, I feel bad for Idia saying this. I hope her father dies. I think her father has... Okay, her father's approach is very, very, flawed. But her father's gotta have reason for this. She's right, me neither. And me least of all. And I'm saying she's in more danger than all of us. We're only enemies of the state. What, and Idia isn't? With her, it's personal. He's betrayed them, 'tis. People here must bear a grudge against her. Do you suspect she is being subjected to an especially cruel punishment? Ring a bell. Your journal. What does it say? Anything about getting out of here? I'll have a look. No luck. I suppose even miraculous tomes have their limits. It went rather extreme than equal. Yeah, his approach was not ideal. That was not the approach you should have taken. That's how you increase tension. That is not how you decrease it. Then let us send Aerie as a scout.
What? Area's a what now?
You can pass between the bars. Please, go and have a look around the area. Nice thinking, Agnes. And she may be able to track down the cell keys.
But what if someone sees me? You think I can just muscle through like you all? Do you see any muscle on me at all?
Pretty much killed all of his hometown. What? No. He doesn't have anything to do with that giant hole. That giant hole is something else. We still haven't figured out what the heck that giant hole is about. We don't know if it's directly connected to the Earth Crystal. There's still a lot of mystery behind the hole. If we all remain here, we'll get no closer to the Earth Crystal. Or to Adia. And at least see if she's being held here in the dungeons or not.
Oh, fine. You want me to go, I'll go. I wouldn't want Adia harmed. Not that anyone cares what happens to me.
Thank you, Aerie. I shall be praying to my pendant for your safe return.
I expect I'll need it. Anyway, here goes nothing.
Wait, I hear something.
What? Someone's coming! Gotta hide!
What do you mean no spoilers? What? What part of the story implied that Brave caused the hole in, at the beginning of the game? Oh. Hello, ads. Well, I guess I'm just gonna throw the controller down now. Sorry, not throw it down. I don't want to hurt the controller, jeez. But, here come the ads. Alright, so what do we have here? Minus 12.9. Ah, yes. The winter chills. 8.8 Fahrenheit, dew point of minus 15. 5 Fahrenheit. Winds are 3 with gusts of 5. 2 miles per hour with gusts of 3 miles per hour. Not very much for wind, which is why we still don't have a feels like. But yeah, there's nothing in that we know so far that implies that Brave caused a hole in the chasm. Or sorry, the Great Chasm as they call it.
I wonder what this button does.
It's button time.
Wow, this stream's looking a little tilted.
It's a little I picked up on the story. Seems like he caused the shadows. I don't know why he's calling the crystal like normal states or something like that. That I don't understand. Unless he just hasn't actually checked on the crystals. Yeah, a little tilted apparently. Welcome on in, SLdr. Also, we got a delayed jump scare sneaking in. Again, I'll probably forget about it. And we'll see if it happens during the ad break or if it happens after the ad break. 5 seconds to 5 minutes. Yeah, I guess we can't dismiss that possibility, but we don't really know for sure. He hasn't commented anything about like the darkness around the crystals or anything. He claimed the Earth Crystal is in its normal state, though. Unless he's like internet service providers who insist that, oh yeah, your connection is normal. When we first moved to this area, oh yeah, my connection was totally normal. Our download speed was normal, and our upload speed was like 0.6. And I, yep, yeah, that's normal. Oh my goodness. At the least, it only took me, it only took me negative 3 times to actually send somebody who knew what they were doing over. I'd be overthinking, but it might... Oh my goodness, it really could be. That vampire... It's speaking in such mysterious tones, I don't even know, like, what to think about it. Oh, Daisy. Oh my goodness. Daisy jump scare. Hi, I'm Daisy indeed. Oh my goodness. Welcome back from ads, everybody. I noticed the ads ended as the delayed jump scare went off, so apologies if you if the ads ended right into a jump scare. That probably would have definitely like caught you off guard if that happened. If you got the full 3 minutes. If you didn't get the full 3 minutes, then maybe it didn't catch you as much off guard. But if you missed that one, oh no. Here comes another delayed jump scare. Well, everyone will be able to hear this delayed jump scare when it happens. Also, sometimes the thunder plays the really close lightning strike that I got. I got an audio clip of the really loud crackly thunder there. That's the thunder that put our power out for 7 minutes because it struck really close. That was the one where the power lines actually rippled from the lightning strike. It was really cool to see. It's so rare to actually see a power line ripple from the voltage that goes through it. But that was one of the cases. That was so cool. That was a delayed jump scare. That's the highly compressed cannon fire. It's not as strong as Daisy. I might actually turn the volume of Daisy down because, quite honestly, I have a feeling that's a little loud for your side as well. And I run this through the OBS audio mixer, so there's no easy way to control some of the audio sources. Let's see if the Easter egg thunder actually happens during the stream. Last time, guess what? It waited until the stream was over again before the Easter egg thunder played. I randomly heard it and I was like, ah, yes, after stream, of course. What's with all the noise? I could hear you guys from outside. That voice, Idea. Sorry to keep you waiting. I found the keys to this place. I'm just glad to see you're safe. Idea sneaking in as a ninja? Valid. Thunder. Which, by the way, that's from Superstar Saga. Luigi's ability is thunder. Oh! I need to rescue Tiz before I can use the lure ability. Wait, is our count... Oh my goodness, we can't trigger encounters until we have Tiz in our party. That is funny.
Are you alright, Ringabel?
Why wouldn't I be? I mean, I knew you'd come. All I had to do is sit back and wait. And, well, here you are. I'm the luckiest man alive. You're my savior, my goddess. Let me thank you with a big kiss.
Ringabel, are you coming or not? I can leave you here.
Of course. Let's go.
We get a party chat for every person we rescue here, so... Thank you, my dear. I owe you. And a gentleman always pays his debts. Debts to ladies I repay tenfold. Ah, here he goes. It's always like this. If you would mind me doing something else, milady needs but ask. Alright then, ring a bell. How about you go out with me? That's very, might I ask what provoked that? If you were my boyfriend, where would you take me? Where is tonight's date? Tonight? Let me see. I need time to prepare it. All this time, and you never once stopped to think what to do with me if I ever said yes. Wait, if I ever said yes? But, well, you see... I'm only teasing you. You can dish it out, but you can't take it all. Ooh, this is useful information. But what? You've been treating his like a little brother this whole time. That was almost 5 minutes. Jeez. Again, completely forgetting about the delayed jump scare. There we go. And every time you get the chance, you tease poor Anyas. So, who do I tell this to first? It's neither an option, and I vote neither. And you owe me twice the hush money. Oh dear. Stairs.
Thanks, Adia. You're a lifesaver.
You're quite welcome. But it was really nothing. After all, I was raised within Central Command's walls. I know every nook and cranny.
Were you able to speak with your father?
Huh? What does it matter to you?
You have family you can talk to. You ought to, you know.
You would forgive my father? Grand Marshal of Eternian Forces. Head Counselor of the Council of Six? You've seen how much Anyas has suffered because of my father's orders.
True enough, but...
You need not worry about me. We need to focus on awakening the Earth Crystal.
Awaken?
Alright.
So many people have said awaken. Like, awaken. Nani? Thanks. I owe you one. Hey, Tiz. Tiz, how do you feel about Anyas? Be honest. What? What? Whoa. Where is this coming from? Never mind. It's written on your face. My face? Hey, keep it down, would you? Don't worry. She can't hear us from here. And you can't keep hiding your feelings anyway. Go tell her. Tell her you like her. What? No, I don't. Well, I mean, the crystals come first. This is no time to be... I didn't mean right this second. Sometime when it's just you two. You tell her, take her hand, and walk your path together, side by side. Krista approves of this idea. Absolutely. I mean it, Tiz. You're not going to find anyone else like her if you pass this up. Not ever. Never, ever, ever. Look, would you please keep it down? However, are we going to get that? Must be a hidden passage. We found it. Use all crystals together to make it ultimate being. Except for off. We found a light curtain. It's very bright and very curtain. And you could probably see ghosts if a ghost passed through it.
Yes. Are you all right? I am. Now that you're here, Adia, I'm glad to see you're safe and sound too. Me? Well, the Eternian forces do view you as a traitor to your homeland. I feared they'd have some unspeakable punishment awaiting you. You needn't worry about that. My father is not so draconian as that. And yet, on second thought, at least no harm has come to you.
Yeah, Idia, think about what you said. Think about what you just said there. I think there's still a chance for reason. They're just both incredibly stubborn.
I'd like to thank you too, Adia. You saved me from having to search this entire dungeon.
You saved me from having to do work. Thank you, Adia. Eri doesn't like doing the heavy work. I mean, I guess that does make sense in a way. Eri probably can't lift very much. Doesn't have the right attributes for that. The costume on Anya's looks funny. It does. It's a very interesting costume. The Arcanist costume looks very interesting on certain party members.
Eri, do you think you could have carried this key around? You're so little after all.
It does look really heavy. I'd rather not think about lugging that about.
Yeah, honestly, Eri probably would struggle with the key too. Especially if it's like one of those old-fashioned heavy keys. Yeah, that might be a little rough. Spent the last hour trying to find a Jumbo Pumpkaboo for a quest. Found it, but it wasn't Jumbo. Apparently I already had the Jumbo says, oh my goodness, oh no. Oh, I hate it when the mind does that. I've done that with IRL objects. Looking for my phone. My phone's in my hand. But I'm looking for my phone because I can't see it. But it's in my hand. I'm holding it. Wambo. Push. Yes. Ah, my ear's doing that annoying thing again. Stop it. It's so random. So random when my ear does that. And by random, I mean like... sometimes it doesn't happen for a week, and sometimes it's just, if it was more consistent, then yeah, tinnitus, but it isn't consistent. I think it's just a nerve in my ear being silly.
There's nothing to worry about now that I'm here. Well, I better lead the way. With your poor sense of direction, Agnes, who knows where we'd end up.
The thunder chained. You heard one thunder, and then you heard the next thunder play before the previous thunder was done. It does chain.
Now hold on. My sense of direction has improved. At least somewhat.
Isn't that simply a matter of having Eri and Tiz lead the way?
Well, that may be, but...
Don't take it so hard. Now come on, follow me.
If you say so.
Idia's having some fun, poking some fun with different party members. Oh, did we not get a party chat after we have Agnes with us? No? This still annoys me a lot. Well, first of all, it messes with my party order, and I have particulars for party order, but also your ab links get disconnected, and then I have to hope that I remember which bot I have connected to which. We've had Adia the whole time, so we didn't have to worry about that. This one? I don't know. Wait. Wait, Agnes was up here. Oh, no. And then Agnes was the one who got to know Krista. Yeah. Get to know Krista. Eventually, she's going to pair you up with somebody. Hang out with Krista enough and she's going to pair you up with somebody. She's waiting to see that spark. Most likely 'tis. Yep. Ah, a light charm. Charming. Oh, that's right. Hold on. I think the encounters on this floor are the same as this floor up here, but let's just check here. Okay, we've already identified this individual, so we're just gonna leave. Actually, I am gonna go up a floor because we'll have a better chance at encountering larger groups, which gives us a better chance of seeing a different creature. Or the exact same silver wolves. We've already seen Archdemon. Also, I think the Archdemon is the one that's immune to death. We've already seen Truffle. Yep, this is a useless dead end. Don't bother going down it. Ooh, treasure. Yes. More treasure. Now we're talking. It's so nice to just walk through this dungeon and only encounter when I want to. Like I said, level up Freelancer first. Once you have Flee and Lure, and you get the ward bangle from the minigame stuff, you're golden. Except when you're playing through for the first time. Zeus. Yeah, Zeus's wrath. Feel my wrath. Huh. No way out.
Now, if we can get through here, then... Hold on while I try this key. It won't open.
It's probably a different key, Adia.
Are you sure? Do we need a different key?
I don't understand. I thought...
Little Adia, in a bit of a bind?
What a weird spot for the sage.
Who's there? Sage?
What am I doing here? I could ask you the same. As for me, I'm right where I belong.
Right where you...
Yes, indeed. You see, I'm a founding member of the council that preceded the Duchy of Eternia.
Proceeded?
And that would make me your enemy.
But we don't know much about the council that preceded the Duchy. How would we know that, Sage?
I don't understand.
I don't understand either. How are we an enemy with the preceding council? We're enemies with the Duchy, but we don't really know much about the preceding one, do we?
I've been sequestered in Yuliana Woods ever since that Templar Brave Lee seized power. But the fact remains, I still count among the members of the Council of Six.
So you're a member of the Council of Six by default? Or you're honorary Council of Six? What?
You were acquainted with my father? Then you must have known who I am. Why didn't you say so, you miserable old lech?
I saw little need, being that I was in seclusion and no longer attending the council.
Oh, okay. Ain't this? Yuliana is still a very odd individual. I can't really get a good read on him.
This cannot be.
It cannot be.
You are a trusted friend to us. A teacher-like figure who rendered aid.
Hey, like, you guys are feeling betrayed. I'm confused here. I don't fully understand what the heck this is. He said preceding member, and that is what's throwing me off. Motherly Soup, welcome on in. Good to see you. I hope you're having a lovely time so far.
And to now hear you say you serve Eternia? The people who killed the Earth Vestal, the Fire Vestal, Olivia!
Anyas, did you not just hear what the sage said? He hasn't been attending the council for, like, ages. He wouldn't have given those orders. He was, like... He was a hermit in the woods during those orders. Yeah, good to see you, Motherly Soup. Oh, things are pretty, well, things were a little scattered and chaotic earlier today, but now that things have finally chilled out.
I don't understand! Who are you, really?
We're watching a game Confused Cody. Yeah. I mean, who are you really is something I'm wondering with the sage. Because... Preceded the Duchy.
Who indeed? I am but an outsider looking in.
Thunder!
Well, there's your Easter egg thunder.
Water!
Oh my goodness. An outsider looking in? Okay, now I'm curious.
Delicious.
Whew. That is some good hydration. I almost placed it right in front of my mouse. Probably not a good idea. Means I'll knock it over later. Hydration and a snacks. Don't mind if I do.
You better stretch those shoulders right now, or there's going to be some serious consequences. Stretch those shoulders now, or else We Fit Trainer will break your bones.
Oh dear. Congrats on finally getting the Easter egg on the stretch redeem. That is very rare. I think it has like a 1 or 2% chance of actually happening. Oh my goodness. Let's stretch before the We Fit Trainer breaks our bones. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that was 4 bone pops. So, not bad at all. Thanks for the Krista invasion. Also, thanks for throwing the extra Krista on top of the Krista invasion pixie. Thanks for the snackies. Trail mix. I always look myself some good old trail mix. So we got an outsider looking in. Okay. I actually sort of get his philosophy because he's like living out in the woods, but he's here too, but not really there.
What do you want with us?
An old friend has risen from a long slumber, so I came to see him. While I was here, I thought I would deliver a warning.
Pixie's Krista was a scouting party for the invasion. That checks out.
A warning?
Yes, a warning. I'm gonna wait for the. I'm gonna wait for this thunder because this. It's gonna change, so we're just gonna wait a little longer. Mm-hmm.
Then you yet serve the Duchy's forces and mean to stand against us?
Are we sure?
You are not entirely wrong there. This world is not so clean or pleasant as you may think. I suspect your journey this far has taught you as much. Malice is not the only enemy. The road to ruin is oft paved with good intentions. With action comes consequence. The joy of some may be the misery of others. To decide one way is to abandon the other. Knowing this, will you continue upon your chosen road?
Nothing could stop me.
You mean us?
Right. Us. We've come so far together.
Is that so? Well then, have the courage to think and act on your own.
There's that advice that he gave earlier.
Those words. Have the courage to disobey.
Well now, you do remember.
Sage.
Step back.
Sage?
He annihilated the cage. The bars. They're gone. They never existed.
Know that ever shall I be watching over you.
This cutscene was one of the reasons why I was trying to ensure that I was trying to proceed with it through the silent gaps in the thunder. It was an important cutscene. There we go. Now the thunder's holding back now that we're in the dungeon part where it doesn't really matter. Thanks, RNG. And we're back here once more. Oh, hey, this door's magically open now. What a coincidence. Let's save. Now, if we go out here... you will find that we have encountered this place. We've encountered a checkpoint. Wait. Does this still happen if we go over here? No, it doesn't. Wait, yes it does. Oh my goodness. Oh, it happens if I try to get off anywhere around here. That's funny. The other side doesn't do anything now. But the other side is suddenly landable. So if this is your first playthrough, or your second, I guess, or your third, I don't know. Now you have the freedom to travel once again. Just, you know, go back to the other places. Collect them people. Hope that you don't get too many attack with a power of 30 at level 10s. Okay, then we go back down here. I noticed there's some side quests here, but we're like pretty far behind in Bravely Default right now, so unfortunately I'm gonna have to go right back to main story. The two side quests that they're currently on the map here. The one up here is the Ninja Asterisk quest. And the other one that's further up in this land, that's the Swordmaster quest, if I'm not mistaken. There's 5 locations in total, and once you have all 5 locations accessible, you just get 2 per location. At periodic intervals. I don't know what the intervals are, but it's like every once in a while they'll update and refresh. This is my 80th playthrough.
Thunder!
Oh, we got a second Easter egg. Oh, there you go. Probably the last Easter egg we're gonna get unless RNG's ridiculous. I'm not sure if Bravely Default would be a series I play through for the 80th time, but, did I... See, again, I completely missed that 3 streak that Motherly Soup shared because it doesn't show up in Firebot. I just saw it in the activity feed. Twitch, update your freaking API. Instead of being so obsessed on updating your AI, how about you update your API? Release a new feature, put it into your API. I got 3 Easter eggs in one day. Yeah, we, the stretch, that stretch Easter egg is even more rare than the Thunder one. Only because the Thunder one rolls all the time as ticks. Technically, the chance is 0.1% for the Luigi Thunder Easter egg. But that one rolls... that one rolls frequently, so... yeah.
It won't open. But I should have expected as much for the crystal's last line of defense. My father must have the key.
You're gonna have to speak with your father,
Eternian
Edea.
Central Command lies ahead, and the Chamber of the Council of Six is housed at its summit.
And we might even have to, use force to get him out of the way.
So that's where we'll find your father, Edea?
Yes. Along with the Dark Knight Alternus Dim and that strange man who put us to sleep.
Well, we need the key Edea's father has. That's the only way we'll make it to the Earth Crystal. If we can just get the key, maybe we can avoid fighting a lot of people.
I'm afraid that is one big if.
Lord
Yeah.
Marshal, the gate to the dungeon was utterly destroyed. But why would Juliana assist in the Wind Vestal's escape?
Harry then fight.
The capricious old fool. I cannot fathom his thoughts. But that the two appear now after 15 years, it's as if they had come to gloat over my demise.
Lord Marshal, I'm afraid I don't understand. It is unlike you to utter such bleak words.
Victor and Victoria are defeated, and we no longer receive word from our squads deployed abroad. Those two grandsires said their piece ere going into hiding again. All that remains now of the Council of Six are you and I, Alternus.
I shall not concede defeat. Were we but to slay the Wind Vestal.
And what of my daughter? Could you slay her too? Hear me, Dark Knight Alternus Dim. I would have you escape while you still may.
Your Lordship, I must protest. Am I such a burden to be sent away so?
It is my faith in you that makes me bid you leave. For I have a task I would entrust to no one else.
I would like to hear the voices, Thunder. Can we not play the loudest clip in the entire library? Thank you.
You need merely speak the word.
The time has come for me to share my true aim in restoring the Duchy of Eternia and reveal the secret borne by its predecessor.
What?
Until now, only I and those two grandsires were privy to such knowledge.
What? Now I'm curious. Okay. Of course, the cutscene's not gonna let us hear anything of it. Oh, look, we're up in the 47th floor now. The 46th floor wasn't that important. It was probably just, I don't know, people on typewriters? I don't know. Wow, the enemies are still the same here. It told us they made cookies. Oh, okay, that's what's on the 46th floor. And the 42nd floor, of course we're going to skip the 42nd floor. Because 42 is the answer to everything. We couldn't possibly go onto that floor. Too much knowledge. Oh, that's cool. You just go up here for a dead end. That's all there is up here. Okay. Good thing I can trigger encounters whenever the heck I want. The elevator only goes up to the 47th floor. Please use the stairs. Your athletics check of the ducal guard. Oh, we don't want to go up those stairs. There's stories up there. That's locked. Nothing there. Good thing no big bone people are there. There's still one more treasure chest. Divine Fist. No Falcon Punch from this one. Okay, there's got to be a secret wall somewhere. The secret chicken. Oh, secret wall. I don't want to go up those stairs yet. Let's go check what's in this room. It's Adia's room.
This is the room where I grew up.
448.
So this was your room.
Hey, ring a bell. Let a girl keep some privacy.
Yeah. Yeah, ring a bell. Jeez.
Where's the fun in that? This place must be full of memories. I can almost taste them. I don't have any memories, least any I can recall. So forgive me if I wax a little sentimental here. They say you can tell a person by their room. And all I can say is, what a fine room you have here.
Thank you.
Hey, isn't that a picture of you, Adia? You look so young.
Oh, how embarrassing. Let's pretend you didn't see that.
Here's one with your entire family.
Oh, I'd forgotten about that.
Seeing this picture leaves no doubt of the depth of your father's love for his daughter.
If by love you mean exasperation, you may be right.
Are you truly prepared to battle your own father?
That would seem to be my destiny. You could say I truly am my father's daughter. We are both of a mind that shan't ever waver once we decide upon something. To go against one willing to die for his beliefs calls for steely resolve. That is why
It doesn't have to be this way.
How so?
It serves no purpose to abandon dialogue from the start. Not while you are both here to talk.
I will consider it.
A detailed talk. Also, we're not really missing any stats, but yeah, we can just, sleep here. I don't, honestly, I don't think the entire party goes into the same bed and sleeps. Oh no. Like this area looks like comfy enough to lounge in. Oh. Somebody could sleep on a couch or a chair or something, I guess. Yeah. Will he talk, though? Yeah, that's the curious one. We're gonna see if... I guess we'll have to find out. Okay, where is the secret chicken? The secret chicken that Browser's not interested in. Where is that secret chicken? You might have caught the hint that I may have watched the Book of Mario Thousands of Doors highlights again. And I'm still not completing the Book of Mario 64 highlights thing that I'm just leaving at 70% done. Oh my goodness. What the heck is this one? Oh. Hold on. I think I gotta go to the next floor and then I gotta take some stairs down to get that one.
But that cannot be. How could such a secret be behind the crystals?
It's not for us to question the truth. I will see that the Vestal and her followers are stopped here. And you, I would have you prepare for the worst. The Pillar of Light will appear somewhere in this world. You must find it, Alternus. And you must be victorious.
Pillar of Light. They know something that we do not. And that we still do not really, because the cutscene's like, nah, you don't get to know about this. Don't you love dungeons that just do the swirl, so you have to like take the really long way around? Okay, we still got no new enemies even up here. Okay, that treasure, okay, we don't want to go that way. We're gonna go this way. Because I think we got some stairs over here. Well, we got these stairs that lead to a treasure chest, yes. But also, we got some stairs over here, or we should. Yep, we got stairs up here. Which should lead to the other treasure chest. There we go. Story focused, but also we're collecting every treasure chest that we can. That isn't too inconvenient or out of the way. Some of these locked treasure chests are like way in the dungeon, and by the time you like meet the criteria to unlock them, it's like, well, why should I? Elixir. And here we are. Hold on. I gotta do this right.
Pull the lever, Crunk.
Why is this window opening down here?
Father.
How could I have not known about that secret passage to your room? What am I to do with you now, Adia?
So, you want to talk?
Well, I've been using it almost as long as I could walk. It's come in handy more than once.
I see.
Listen, Father. The truth is, well, I wanted to help you fulfill your ideals. I truly did. I think I was lonely. I mean, no matter how I tried to get through to you, you never paid me any mind. It was as if you always had your back turned towards me until I left Eternia.
It was not that I never accepted you. Rather, you were ever my pride and joy. My assigning you to the Sky Knights was an acknowledgement that you had become the woman I knew you could be. I had thought you might tame that band of ruffians, to bring them to order and lead them. Alas.
Thank you, Father. I never knew you felt that way.
Do not thank me, for I too shall do whatever it takes. I cannot allow you to lay hands upon the crystal. Mine is a cause that I shall not willingly abandon.
Yes, Mother told me. It was when she first fell ill that you began to rush the pursuit of your ideals. Was it not?
I will not stand by and watch you ruin all I've made. You and your band shall not pass.
Why, Father? Why must you always refuse to listen to me? Are we really that different?
My ideals are no longer my own. It is my calling, nay, my duty, to protect this world.
Protect the world? But it's you, Father, who endangers it! Is this battle between us all but inevitable? I came here knowing that mere words could never bend your will, and yet...
You've come this far, only to spout such sickly sweet sentiments. You disappoint me. Blood and steel are the final resort between those unwilling to concede their beliefs.
I am Brave Lee, the Templar, Grand Marshal of Eternia. Prepare for battle!
All right, here we go. Copyright music. Music that always gets copyrighted on YouTube. If you ever stream this game and upload it to YouTube, just make sure you have the VOD layer separated. As a result, YouTube, you're not going to hear the sound effects from the game either, because I mute the entire game layer when we do any of these fights. Actually, I do temporarily unmute it if we do specials or anything that overwrites the battle music. It's great music. It's just really dumb that copyright claim gets placed on the video with it. Okay, anyway, we're going to examine... Oh my goodness, I could... So, if you have a performer... This is a pretty good fight to use that in. Brave really, really likes to store turns and then just, like, start firing off things. And he doesn't always fire off all of his stored turns at the same time. Let's see if he's willing to store... Yep, he is. Okay. Hey, look at that. There you go. Oh, yeah, and he's got some moves that bypass the default. So, yeah, we gotta pay attention to that, too. Anyway, apparently he's weak to dark, but Agnes here does not know dark yet. So we can't exploit that, but that's fine. I have a feeling he might default again, so let's just do that. And we're going to put a couple protects up, too. And as for Ring a Bell, I think we're going to have him do a... We'll have him do a high jump. Oh, I don't have that move either yet. Okay, that's fine. I can deal with it. We got ads coming up. Of course we got ads coming up. The ads always wait for the most inconvenient time to show up. Go figure. How's our special looking? Oh, we got a max special charged up. Wait a minute. I think one of Idea's swords is dark aspect. No, it isn't. It just looks like it is. Oh, well, he didn't default that time. And we're going to zero sum to take away those 2 brave points. And Idea, I guess we're just going to have Idea go all out. Yeah, he did default. Okay. It was a gamble. You might also notice his max HP is pretty low. A little too low. It's like something doesn't seem right. Weather report. So, we've got a temperature of minus 13.97 Fahrenheit, dew point of minus 15.9, 3.4 Fahrenheit. We got winds at 2, gust in 3. So, there may as well be no gust. 1 mile per hour, gust in 2. And yeah, that's where that's all at. Probably going to default. Yep. Let's get a couple shells up, too. It's like the Asgore fight in Undertale. lots of defend, lots of defend, lots of default. Yep. Let's see if we can get him to build up 1 more brave point. Nope, he's going to use them now. Oh, I got a bonus attack there. Ah, yes. 1, and then a little bit of damage. Okay. That's fine. Oh. He borrowed a turn. Well, let's do it. That max HP is way too low. There's no way this is going to finish the fight.
You shall not pass.
Yep. Okay, now we can defend. So now we're going to go back to... You know what? Let's go back to bringing our brave points up. hold on. We were not maintaining our buffs now, were we? Oh! Another thing to keep in mind in this fight, if I'm not mistaken, Brave's BP Brave point cap is 4, not 3. It's a Templar ability. However, if he hits 3, I'm probably going to use Zero Sum on him to zero it out anyways. Here, I'm going to raise attack power. Oh, that applies to everybody? Okay. We're not going to use that then. I was hoping to aim that at Indy. I'm pretty sure that's a light attack. Back into debt he goes. If we use Zero Sum on that turn, then he would have gotten, like, right down into debt. Let's see how much damage we can do with a Glittering Swiftblade. We'll send this attack out. Because it might deal 9,999.
Full power!
Yep, there we go. Oh. And we're at it again, apparently. Alrighty then. He faces does he have? Oh, we're going to wonder that too. Well, he did get himself into the -2, so now for the next 2 turns he can't do anything. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna spam heal. I want Anya to start building her special back up. And we're going to... You know what? I can do a high jump now. Biz deals a lot of damage with his attacks. tempted to risk it. Oh, we're good.
You have grown strong, my daughter.
Ah, well, there we go. It looks like that was the fight. Okay, so it's like 3 health. It's got 3 health bars. Oh my goodness! It's Fire Emblem Engage all over again with the multiple health bars. Oh, we're probably gonna get a lot of job level ups from this because we just switched jobs. Oh, okay, we only got 3. So yeah, BP limit up. That's the... It raises your maximum brave points to 4.
Mother!
You should not have come.
Forgive me, Brave. Forgive me, Adia. This is all my fault.
What is this foolishness you speak? You are ever the strength that keeps me alive. And I love you and Adia dearly.
To you, Krista. Aw.
Father?
Aw.
What? Not that one. Not that one. The demonic Krista, yep. Ulterior motives. Whoops.
Do not fear. He is merely unconscious.
Father. Oh my goodness.
His wounds, they will heal. Though it will take some time. And he may never wield his sword again.
May. Wield sword anyways.
Mother, I took up arms against Father. I told myself I was ready to fight him, even if it meant shortening his years.
Then surely you will not stray from your path, so long as you hold that feeling near and dear. By your actions, you have finally granted your father a reprieve from his anguished struggle. It was for the best.
Mother, we now go to awaken the Earth Crystal.
I see.
Forgive me.
There is no need to ask my forgiveness.
And before somebody else says, awaken!
Oh, but there is, Mother.
That'll be the description of the next Bravely default stream. Awaken!
For if we awaken the crystal, your treatments will no longer be possible. We will no longer be able to keep what ails you at bay. What sort of daughter does that to her mother?
Oh, Adia, you truly are your father's daughter. And that is what makes you even more dear to me.
Mother!
How very touching. I beg pardon for my interruption, but your fear is misplaced.
And you are?
Of course, you had yet to see me in this form. I am Lester de Rosso.
Ah.
But you may address me as Lord de Rosso.
What do you mean our fear is misplaced?
It appears you have underestimated the Templar's great deeds. Deeds for which he risked life and limb. For he has advanced science and medicine in this land by 100 years. While complete cures may not yet be possible, sickness and disease can be prevented from further progression. Awakening the crystal shall not rob your mother of such mortal life as she has left, Idea.
So then...
We're free to awaken the crystal.
Dear.
Ironic, is it not? To think I would be the one to urge the Wind Vestal and her companions to awaken the crystal. I can see purpose unwavering in your eyes. 'Tis as if I gaze upon Brave the Templar in his youth. And yet, there is still much that you cannot fathom.
Where the heck is Anya's? Probably somewhere just off the screen. She was in our party just at the end of the fight here. Maybe they just couldn't crowd more than 6 people without obstructing things.
I have seen years measuring in thousands. Hope and sentiment intertwined with right and wrong, good and evil.
He's got an age to like like that's a pretty decent age from a dragon's perspective. I mean, vampire, makes sense. A sectoral leader that is like 12,000 years old. It's like, wow, okay. I'll trust DeRosa. I don't understand DeRosa.
The rise and fall of the Orthodoxy. The restoration of Eternia. The 2 conflicting beliefs concerning the crystals. So much may happen in a life immortal.
DeRosa can keep boasting about a couple thousand years, but again, the sectoral leader has 12,000 years.
The way to Everlast Tower is beyond this door.
You've seen a lot of organizations, civilizations, and stuff rise and fall. On a vast number of planets, too.
Let's go!
Or calling him like an old sage. And he's like, yeah, okay. You're staring at that journal fit to burn a hole in it. I may as well. This thing stopped coughing up prophecies. Just who was the author in the end? I can't help but wonder. Did someone in the past foretell what the 4 of us would do? Or are the us in the book actually other people who lived in the past? What? Other people whose doings perfectly overlap with our own? Both theories are equally hard to believe. According to the text, you've met the book's author before, Agnes. Any recollection? No, I'm not entirely without my suspicions, but I feel they must be wrong. After all, you wouldn't recall writing it, do you, ring a bell? Me? I'm afraid not. And the author claims to have saved your life, Tiz. Do you remember anything? No, nothing. It was always just assumed it was Owen that rescued me. An idea. The author claims he's madly in love with you. Many ideas, and so I can pummel him. If I said no, I'd be lying. What? I'm saying I have my suspicions where boys in love with me are concerned. But the facts don't add up, for either of them. Neither. And I suddenly find myself twice as angry. Regardless, to the extent its words can still be trusted, the book says And it says you three are to meet the author. We keep pressing on. I see little point in fretting over someone we may or may not meet. The Earth Crystal awaits us, and this much is fact. So let us hurry to the Everlast Tower.
Seconded. Awakening the crystals has to be our top priority.
Then let us hurry on. Right. Yes. Aerie. Aerie is with us. Aerie's just, you know, not capable of really doing the heavy lifting, so... Honestly, Aerie's not, constantly screeching in our ears all the time anymore, so... Maybe Aerie's starting to mature? I don't know. Aerie is the author. Oh my goodness! That, I mean... I guess so. Does Aerie really have the dexterity to write that much, though? Have you seen all the things in that journal? You can't lift an old key, let alone something to write with. Maybe she uses maybe she uses like a feather quill, a nice lightweight feather quill when she's writing. She loves with Idea. Push loves with Idea. Sectoral Captain, what the heck? Okay, that part does not line up at all, actually. That part, yeah. Aerie is definitely not madly in love with Idea. Aerie barely talks to Idea. You did talk with Idea a little bit in the in the dungeon, at least. Not judging Aerie yet, she's tough. If
To think this was once the
She is,
Temple of
though.
Earth. Look what has become of
Oh,
it.
not necessarily. Aerie has not exhibited even the slightest sign of loving anybody. Might be, you know. Maybe she's just heavily serious. Sector Leader's super serious, though. You wouldn't suspect in the slightest if he had a partner or not. He loves them crystals, though. Yes, actually, that's true. She definitely loves the crystals. No doubt about that.
I've never set foot here either. Yet the change is clear.
Well, at least it seems the Eternian forces dare not deploy troops here.
Yet I sense a foul presence.
Monsters, no doubt.
Monsters!
They may be after the Earth Crystal.
I need to grab... for some reason... That's a sound clip I should be grabbing. It's Deity saying monsters in that Kirby right back at you. Monsters! I don't know why I find that line so amusing.
Let's hurry.
Gotta get that there Kirby. Said I watched the Hoshi no Kabi. I watched the Japanese version because I liked it better. But if you want to watch for the memes, watch the English version. The voices, I find the majority of the voices in the English version so unfitting. But, like, ironically, it's sort of funny. Ah, apparently I have not put hands upon a holy lance yet. Or Scooby saying monsters. Yes. Very slowly go up the stairs. Remember, you want to be very careful when you go up the stairs. You don't want to trip and fall back down the stairs. That's not good. There's no railings on these stairs. There's nothing to hold on to. Also, let's see what's here. Okay, a dragon... okay, a dragon that you can mail to people, apparently. And an earth lantern. Put them in an envelope. And then we leave and we don't bother. This is not a very good, this playthrough is not a very good playthrough for learning how to deal with the annoying mobs, because my tactics are, nah, don't bother. Something on my desk fell over. Wait a minute. Did anything else fall over on my desk? Nope, it's just...
I wonder what this button does.
It's just one thing that fell over. Otherwise, I suspect my cat tried to go up here. Is it gonna do anything?
It didn't do...
Wow.
Jeez. Okay, it was Krista. Krista potion obtained. Thanks, Aqua, for the red button. It was a Krista jump scare. This is the one dungeon where the hidden room is actually on the north wall. It was nothing for a second. Yeah. It's over, Krista's. It's also a good reminder for me to make an update to the Krista trigger, so I can make the Krista's throne more accurate. Look at all these stairs. Oh, yeah, by the way, this, we got our, owl-like friend, our wizard friend over there. Which, he's just gonna say we already have it, and say shoo. Shoo, shoo! But if you've got the summoner job, and you're looking to get another summon, you're gonna have to talk to this fella. I like how the Krista closed caption is Christmas. Usually it just spells Krista's name improperly. Krista sounds close to it, so that's why whenever we do like the Christmas celebrations, I just say Krista, miss. And we usually have Krista do the celebration with us. Okay, we found the treasure chest up here. Whew. I keep yawning, and I really need to not yawn. That'd be a really cool body if you could just, like, chill out with yawning. Hey, which stairs did that come from? Alright, what else do we encounter up here? A gastric worm. Probably stinky. We're going to examine, and then we're going to get the heck out of here. Don't want to be around any gassy worms. Those are stairs. Eh, we'll see where they go. Ah. Owl. Yeah. Oh, you already have it. You got my hopes up for nothing. Go on, man. Sure. Ooh. There it is. That's the window. It leads to a rune blade. Hello, it is I, the Hat. Woohoo! We explored everything? Okay. Have we tattled everything? We definitely tattled this group. Microphone very slowly moving up. Moving up in this world, are we? We have now explored this little section of the wing. Gold hourglass. Apply stop on the entire party of your choice. You know, if you really want to try and inflict stop on your entire party, you could do that if you really want to. I think Anya's has stop immunity, though, so it wouldn't work on Anya's. Oh, we got another dark shield. Dark shield is pretty good when you're fighting, when you're doing a Dark Knight fight. I know that those are... Wait. No. I think it's the stairs up there are the correct way, or is it these stairs? These stairs are the correct way. Okay, I'm going back. I know this part. This part of the Great Maze. Remember the Great Maze? Was it called that, or was it called the, I don't know what the heck it was called. In the Subspace Emissary, I think it was called the Great Maze. A pretty big area. Oh, you've already been here. We gave up my hopes for nothing. Shoo! Oh, you gave my hopes for nothing there too. You've already been there. Ooh, what's this? Great. I almost always use that voice for, like, owls. Bird-like creatures, I guess. Okay, up these stairs. Here we go around, and we go down these stairs. We still got 2 treasure chests here? Oh, for Pete's sakes. There's a hallway I forgot to go down, and that might be the hallway that has the treasure chest. Why am I trying to 100% these treasure chests? I mean, that's a pretty good one to get. That's an elixir right there, so... worth going out of the way. Especially when you could choose when to have your encounters. Speaking of encounters, I think I'll trigger one more here to see if we got any new enemies. No, that looks pretty identical. That's still pretty identical. Can we get me different enemies? Any new enemies? Oh, that's a new enemy. That might be an enemy I forgot to tattle last time. Our last playthrough. Yep, that is one I forgot. Defang to devastate his opponent's physical attack and Berserk to go on a rampage. Beat it up. Okay. Beat it before it does that then. Sounds about right. Ah, here we go. This is a sign that you're in the right area. Because then you get up here and, oh, look at that. Temple of Earth. What sort of creatures are here? The exact same creatures? Different formation, but they are creatures we have already tattled. Sorry, tattled. Examined. Now Paper Mario is, what I'm thinking of now. Oh, this cutscene is not fully voiced.
Let's see. It says...
I think.
Observations of the crystal, submitted by... What? Victor S. Court?
Ah, yes, Victor. The energy within the crystals may be categorized by the names these: fire, water, wind, and earth. The amplification effects of the crystal only extend to its corresponding element. For instance, the efficacy of this crystal extends to the soil, land, mud, rock, and the like. It is for that reason that the Orthodoxy names this the Earth Crystal. As for the method of extracting the energy it holds within...
Wow! Not that I really understand.
Yes, I'm afraid I didn't follow that either. It seems I must look beyond what I had thought was simple desecration of the crystal.
Indeed. Indeed.
The healing waves emanating from the crystal. This one also reads, submitted by Victor S. Court.
Two kinds of waves have been observed emanating from the Earth Crystal. The waves that amplify white magic efficacy were likely used by the Orthodoxy for benediction, healing, and exorcism. The waves that amplify black magic efficacy were likely used for retribution and attacks against enemies of the faith. The Lord Marshal ordered that only those waves that amplify white magic are to be extracted and utilized. A new technique wherein the extraction cable is attached to the surface of the crystal without doing it harm has greatly advanced our work.
It seems they truly wish to advance medicine.
That treatment Idia's mother was receiving, must have resulted from this research.
How could have such worthy efforts gone so terribly wrong?
Interim
then.
report on alchemical life research. Oh, this one reads, submitted by Vincent S. Cord.
The tome entitled Alchemical Life was found among the trove of forbidden volumes seized from the Orthodoxy. But rather than some book of the occult dealing in miracles and manifestations, it is an ancient book of medicine. It claims the crystal's white waves can stimulate an individual's cells, and the black waves can link cells between individuals.
Alchemical life? They went beyond merely saving lives?
Wait, there's more. This so-called alchemical life is unstable, and keeping the resulting subjects alive comes at great difficulty. So, it seems they propose that the research be shut down.
Okay. Optional lore, but yeah, if you're playing through this for the first time, you should probably check it out. Pretty important lore. More Victor's research notes. I mean, using the same voice for Vincent and Victor. Oh look, more notes.
Let's see. Oh, this is an account by a crystallist of high standing. This is what the author wrote about the Great Plague.
Oh. You know what? Crystal Orthodoxy high stand-in. Probably a very old person. A terrible plague ravaging the world finally reached our shores. Already there are those falling ill in villages to the east. Krista's a big fan of Christmas. No, she's a big fan of Krista, miss. I mean, in Krista's culture, it's not even called Christmas. But there's some traditions that are shared. The exchanges of gifts, for instance, that's a consistency. And family meetups, those tend to happen too. The halted spread of the Orthodoxy headquarters, top officials of the faith have closed all roads and forbidden the influx of people and goods. Controversy arose when a young critic appealed to his superiors to use the power of the Earth Crystal for purification and medical treatment. Christmas is just capitalism, Yule. At this point, it really does feel that way. I mean, you know, within our family, we don't... Well, no, we still do the exchanging of gifts and all that stuff. In Chris's culture, though, a lot of the gifts that are exchanged are usually handmade. Or pursued by hand. But I mean, her father's side is like the Aerocelis culture is more of the innovate it, mine it. Santa Claus. But the proposal had no hope of approval. As we hold the crystals as sacred, the hierarchy ignored it. The purging of refugees for seeking to thwart the blockade was a shade from hell. The purged believers were hailed as martyrs.
How terrible. How could they be so cruel?
By saying we had no other choice, no doubt.
Yeah. That's the excuse. That's the excuse a lot of governments use too when they're removing people or whatever. Figures. Trying to cosplay Minnie Mouse. Oh, it's the class that she is. It's a very weird. It's a very interesting outfit choice for the Arcanist. By the way, Arcanist in this game is very different from the Arcanist in Final Fantasy XIV. You don't have a cute little carbuncle on your side from level 2 onwards? Is Summon Carbuncle level 2 or am I tripping? Is it level 4? I don't remember. It's a very low it's a very low level skill that you learn.
But to have a way to battle the plague and not use it? They simply forsook them.
Okay, so now we're starting to learn how nasty the Orthodoxy's history is.
The end of the plague. The date is much later than the past entries.
Yeah, welcome to Big Pharma, I know, right? We're having that done right now. So many things that are capable of curing so many things being gate-kept. The young Krellick appealed to his superiors day after day, to no avail. Cause money, yep. Push money. I don't think Tush money has much to do with pharma, but you know, there's a place for that. Insert comment about Krista's counterpart here. When the Great Plague showed signs of abating, the Orthodoxy was overjoyed. Those who had advocated the blockade were showered with praise. Some days later, the young Krellick was summoned before the Vestal. Thereupon he was mocked and reprimanded for hours on the end. So as stated by this entry here, further emphasis, the Earth Vestal was an asshole. So like I said, we get practically no backstory with the Fire Vestal. Like, the Fire Vestal reaches out to Egil in his dreams and that. But we don't really get to learn too much about the Fire Vestal. Aside from the Fire Vestal found a way to communicate even after having been killed, so. And the Water Vestal, well, we know about the Water Vestal. Who met an unfortunate end. Was pretty smart. And then we got Anya's here. So we know about... We've got some lore on 3 out of the 4 Vestals. So we got the Wind Vestal, Anya's. We know plenty about Anya's. She's been with us since near the beginning. The Water Vestal we knew for a short period of time. Way too short. Was pretty cool. And the Fire Vestal still tried to help even in the afterlife, so... Yeah, Fire Vestal seems pretty alright too. But the Earth Vestal, why is the Earth Vestal such an asshole? The plague wiped out his village of birth, save for a few who escaped. And many other villagers within the Faith's land suffered the same fate. Henceforth, the young Krellick was never again seen amongst the ranks of the crystal Orthodoxy. Perhaps he was shipped to a post of no consequence, or fallen away altogether.
He sounded like a hero in the making. If he had counted among the Orthodoxy's leaders, this land would have perhaps changed for the better. But then perhaps I wouldn't have been here with you today.
The end of the world! Oh no! The Orthodoxy's head temple has already fallen, and it shall not be long before my refuge, too, is discovered by the invaders. The Earth vessel was dragged before the leader. It was the once young Krillic, now a seasoned soldier, fearless and self-assured. The Vestal faced him, hurling words of contempt and scorn, but ere he could finish, an enraged member of his guard cut her down with the stroke of a long blade, and the Vestal's body fell silently to the floor. All is lost.
So that's how the Earth Vestal was slain.
The Earth Vestal was an asshole, and one of the soldiers particularly took a large amount of offense to it and acted out. Okay. That doesn't make the Earth Vestal any less of an asshole, though.
What an awful tale. With a stroke of his long blade.
Yeah, sectoral captain reminding everybody that there's a matchmaking thing. Yes there is. But it's just RNG. Doesn't really mean... Well, man, it doesn't mean... It could mean something, but it's RNG. Meanwhile, Krista is like, it's not just RNG. Yeah, yes. Okay, Krista.
The Reconquest of Eternia. I wonder what it says in here. The Reconquest campaign. Troop deployments.
If it gets me and Aqua, I need RNG. True. Our uprising was lacking in everything. Troops. Armaments. Cultivation of informants within the Orthodoxy. But the Crystal Orthodoxy would soon put their plans in motion. The debate between our Lord Templar and the Sage continued. At the end of 3 days and 3 nights, our Lord Templar finally gave the order to strike. His family was to remain behind in this land. We departed before sunrise the next day. We procured weapons and ammunition in Nanchime and slipped secretly into Eisenberg. From the northern Eisenberg, 3 fortified airships took us across the highlands, at last entering the land of Eternia. An abridged listing of our main invasion forces follows. The valiant Usurper, brave the Templar. Our Lord Templar insisted we call him as a super. Assault troops for the Temple of Earth. They are to take the Earth Crystal and protect our Crystal Technology Squad. Sword Master Nopasuma Kamizumi, Commander. Eredin Barbarossa, Lieutenant Commander. Dr. Vincent S. Court, Technology Squad Leader, accompanied by his 10-year-old son serving as his assistant. That is Victor. We saw the both names entries in the first set of lore. Or at least I quickly jumped to that assumption based on the same last name. Assault troops for the Orthodoxy's head temple. They are to halt all of the institution's functions and seize all the forbidden tomes and assets. Sir Argent Heinkel, Commander. Lord de Rosa, Lieutenant Commander. SLdr, Officer in Training. Erudus Propateur and Dr. Kada, Auditors. And some of the worst asterisk holders we've encountered. Occupation forces of the city of Eternia. These troops will be assigned to keeping the peace and preparing for the laying of the cables. Spellfencer Sigma Kint. Commander and Harriet Venus, officer in training. Holy White, medic in training. A lot of in training positions at that time.
Head Temple Occupation. It says this one is written by Sir Argent Heinkel, Commander.
Why is it almost 1 a.m.? Oh, that reminds me, I should probably be wrapping up pretty soon, too. We're getting close to midnight. I'm going a little later because we started a little later, but I don't want to be, like, staying up way too late here. Once the Temple of Earth fell, and news of the Earth vessel's demise reached the resistance at the head temple, they quickly surrendered. The Orthodoxy soldiers and leaders were stripped of their weapons and confined to the temple. The Lord Templars strictly forbade us from rampant slaughter and maltreatment of the vanquished. None have yet disobeyed his order. Those sympathetic to our cause were allowed to join us, while those who refused were to be released. As for Arutus Profiteur, the man sent to the treasure house to seize the Orthodoxy's assets, unsavory rumors about him began to circulate. Investigations into bribes by former Orthodoxy officials and the large-scale disappearance of artworks from the treasure house is underway. Dr. Kata, tasked with deciphering the Orthodoxy's forbidden spells, continues to meet clandestinely with his lieutenant, De Rosa. In comparison, Barris Lair's simple enthusiasm is more fighting, is almost refreshing to see. The Heiko was a pretty big, you mean like udon? Oh my goodness. So Heiko was pretty alright with Barris, like the fighting spirit, but it's like those others, it's like, nope, I don't trust them. Rumors are rumors. The occupation of the city. Why did autoplay disappear for a moment? What was that about?
The occupation of the city. This one says it's written by Commander Sigma Kint.
Oh, great. I have to voice Kint. Alright. A month has passed since our bloodless occupation of the city of Eternia, and the people are finally beginning to settle into their daily lives. An area originally from this city obviously patrols its streets, saying, I shall defend the city that is home to my master's training grounds. The occupation force is comprised of others from this land, and perhaps that is another reason for easing of the people's fears. A few days prior, it was announced that the land had been rechristened the Duchy of Eternia. A member of the royal bloodline that once ruled Eternia before the Crystal Orthodoxy was restored to power as Archduke, and naming himself Grand Marshal of the Eternian forces, the Lord Templar began his tireless effort to build a new system of government. Get snooze, dads! When Dr. Vincent S. Court proposed a great feat of engineering to be erected in one corner of the city, it was approved at once. Great cables are to be extended from the Temple of Earth all the way to the city, but I do not know their purpose. Rumor has it the cables are linked with buildings under construction in the medical district, also part of the doctor's proposal. The discrete construction schedule is tight, and will surely require additional laborers from among the people and former Orthodox members. spotted medic in training, Holy White, being scolded by Victor, a boy of the same age, standing around and watching the construction. Eh. Well, that was a lot of lore. Let's grab this treasure chest. Let's get to a save point. The save point is right here. And now we're going to bring ourselves over to this screen. Okay, good. Let me just put that in sleep mode. And that should remove the risk of me accidentally showing something that I'm not supposed to. Okay. I would like my fourth monitor back. Don't mind the freezing. There we go. That's just me getting my fourth monitor back. Alright, everybody. I would like to thank you for joining. Oh, there's the, yeah, that still happens. The new version of Firebot here has a lot more triggers, so I might actually use the ads started thing for the weather trigger. Right, Cody. Yeah, no, thank you for joining, Hemlock. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I appreciate it very much. Now, let me just take... I gotta figure out where the heck to send you guys before I so eagerly say bye-bye. Well, it didn't take long for me to make a decision. Because... the Cozy Siren... or I just say Cozy. It's plain Split Fiction. I've seen this game. I've seen this game before. Some really fun things happen during this game. So, I'm going to send you over there. Because I think that's going to be a pretty amusing time. It'd be a great way for you to continue your night if you are not ready to rest yet. Congratulations to the top 3. You get bonus gold pieces to use in future sound commands. I'd like to thank you for joining. Whether you're in full and part, whether you were active, whether you were lurking, or somewhere between, it's all greatly appreciated. I didn't see the raid start, and I was like, no, we're good. So yeah, first raid message is for subs. Second message, anybody can use. Also, apparently, greetings from the Tush. Okay, well, we got we got a Tush version. Okay, neat. Thank you for joining, everybody. Whether you're here in full, in part, whether you're active, whether you're lurking somewhere between, it's all greatly appreciated. I love saying that very fast. Next stream is going to be tomorrow, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Using that one now. Oh my goodness. Next stream, tomorrow, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Look forward to some Mario Kart World and also a surprise game. We're going to be doing the surprise on Saturday instead of Wednesday because I'm too impatient to wait until Wednesday. I'll have the schedule next week released soon, trademark. It might still be on Sunday though, so don't expect it to appear right away. Anyway, thank you for joining. Take good care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. Keep up with the hydration, all that good stuff. And we'll see you later. Goodbye. Greetings from the Tush. Oh my goodness.